Robin.
Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, brother. Yeah. LeBron James choked. And Andrew Weiner is choking his dick.
His dick. Boy, does he love choking his dick.
We're looking at the latest pictures of Mr. Weiner, soon-to-be ex-Congressman Weiner. And he's in what? The Congressman's gym?
Yeah.
The Congressional gym, is it called?
I guess.
And he's touching his dick.
He can't keep his hands off of it. If you watch and look at these pictures, these new batch of pictures, he's got his BlackBerry in one hand and his dick in the other.
I was asked, do you guys feel sorry for leaking the Wiener pic?
Yes.
And my answer is absolutely not, because
No.
obviously this guy is a sexual predator at this point.
Yeah, there's just something going on with this guy that's, I still think this might not be the tip of the iceberg, but we certainly have not seen the entire iceberg.
The entire catalog?
Yeah, there's
I think
more.
there's going to be some doozies, some more doozies coming out.
Some Lulus. Yeah, you don't just take like 2 or 3 if you find 5.
Right.
And then now there's like up to at least 10 or that we've seen. Or
yeah, what are they blurring out in that picture?
His dick, and he's holding it again.
He's holding his dick?
I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
I would never shake hands with Anthony Weiner.
No,
he's constantly got that right hand wrapped firmly around his dick.
Yeah, he's got some balls.
He loves touching it.
He's got some ball sweat on his hand.
Oh, yeah.
No, what makes him creepy is the fact that
everything.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of guys that take these type of pictures.
Yeah.
What makes him creepy is the face he makes in these fucking pictures.
Yeah.
That shows that he might be a bit of a sociopath. A psycho.
He does have kind of this look on his face like a killer.
Do you like Huey Lewis on the news?
In the news?
You think you think he likes a little Huey Lewis in the news?
Oh yeah.
Look at that
picture.
that fucking face picture.
Is that?
And you know that's him trying to look,
sexy.
Sexy, yes, dare I say, sexy. That's his sexy look.
He's got his earbuds in. He's listening to some cool, congressman music.
I'm just hanging out, man.
Some Dave Matthews, maybe?
Yeah. He's got his hand on his dick.
He's an ugly guy who has forgotten how homely he is because he's powerful. That's scary.
Yeah.
He's an ugly guy who thinks he's handsome because he's in shape and he's powerful.
Yeah, he's giving that sexy look like, you want this.
If you
get back to me. Give me a little DM.
If you're squeezing your dick, it's one thing.
Yeah.
But then taking just pictures of just your face, that's kind of crazy.
With almost like a half snarl, which was supposed to be a smile.
That's his, I'm coming face. He's like,
Shit, knowing this weirdo, maybe he is coming.
You know what?
Here's a picture of me coming.
You're right. Right at this moment, I'm coming.
I just pulled my pud.
I have my hand on my dick.
What is he doing in that one?
He's just grabbing his dick.
How many new pictures are there?
By the water cooler, too. Get away from the water cooler.
People have to use that.
Yeah.
Stop spilling your sperm all around the gym.
Guy just loves mirrors and taking pictures in them. He can't pass a mirror without grabbing his dick and snapping a pic.
American Psycho.
Yeah.
He's a bit of an American Psycho. Look at that picture. My hat's on backwards.
I love that one. Yeah.
This is what I look when I'm not a congressman.
I'm the cool guy congressman.
Cool.
Got my BlackBerry.
This is just me just hanging out after the gym.
By the way, if you took a picture below my waist right now, you'd see I was holding my dick.
My dick.
He loves holding it.
Loves it.
What the fuck is with this
His
guy?
career is ruined, though, because there's no way. Can you go back to?
Which one?
Let's
Tell us when to stop.
Yeah, not right there.
Okay.
There's the mayor of New York City. Holding his crotch in a mirror.
We call it his dick.
You can't have that. He really ruined because he's too much. He's too mockable.
Yep.
Do you want this man running your city?
He can't even be a congressman anymore. They're coming out of the woodwork. They want him done now. They're calling him a distraction.
Yeah, once they start doing that, well, we can't really get to the business at hand of not doing anything, with him doing this. So Pelosi's definitely wants him the fuck out.
She's finally on
She's
the
just like, get the fuck out.
She just said she didn't care, though. And then a day later, she's like, I want him gone.
Well, look at everything that has come out since she said, I don't care.
What, the 17-year-old?
I hear that there's not much there, though. I mean, obviously he contacted the 17-year-old, and we know why he contacted the 17-year-old, but there's nothing really to pin it on him.
Well, that's just it. People are saying, why have any contact whatsoever?
Of course.
With that girl. No, there wasn't any lewd pictures as far as we know or conversations.
He was just sort of putting his hook in the water.
The feelers.
Right.
Putting the feelers out. You know, you got to keep your stable up so that as the years go by, you're bringing some new, younger blood in.
Some new fish.
New talent. Yeah, new talent, as it were.
Why are the pictures blurry, by the way? This is the internet. Why are they kind of...
He was shaking because he was holding his dick.
Are they too scared to not have it cubed out? Because this is the internet.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is this? The TMZ?
Yeah, TMZ might find it full frontal male nudity. Have they shown that before?
I don't think that. Plus, the TMZ logo makes it harder to see. The dumb logo they have over every picture.
Right.
Yeah,
right. But no, they're making sure you don't see his dick.
Is his dick available? Like, is his dick apparent in any of these, or is he covering it?
I don't know. That's why.
I think
a towel.
He's grabbing it.
He's grabbing it right there.
Oh, he's got a towel just around. Oh, I can see what he's doing. He's still grabbing his dick with the towel, but he's dropped the towel, so now his legs are showing. So he's got the towel wrapped around his dick, holding it with his hand.
With his hips exposed.
Yeah.
And some of his pubes.
So he's pretty much completely naked except for...
Hi, here's my pubes.
Okay, now I understand what that picture is.
He likes showing his bulge.
Oh, he loves it. Loves it.
Who didn't have a naked picture of this guy? They're going after Breitbart, but what the fuck? It seems like half the country had a naked picture of this guy.
Everyone had some nudes.
These are much more damaging than the dick picture, because who knows who's in that dick picture? You certainly know who that is.
Yeah.
He's grabbing it through a towel in this one. This time the towel is wrapped all the way around the bottom.
I think you can see a little bulge there.
Yeah, he's
grabbing it.
How dumb is this guy?
Pretty dumb.
Fucking dummy.
He's a dummy because wasn't he like a little rock star?
Oh, yeah.
Young politician.
He was the young go-getter.
Moving up fast.
Full of piss and vinegar and ready to just rock the fucking Capitol.
Right.
What a jerk.
And he's a jerk.
You can't have photos of yourself like that.
Maybe if you're the dog catcher of Newark, you could get away with this shit, but not a guy that they started talking about being the next mayor of New York City.
Yep.
If you're the third mic on Opie and Anthony, you can get away with that shit. You'd be surprised how good a bulge can look if you get the right angle.
Yes. He was being groomed to be a mayor. And I guess, what's his facey there? The other guy from New York, Senator Schumer. Chuck Schumer has been a friend of Anthony Weiner for a while. And
is he still spinning this shit?
Well, he's not calling for him to step down yet. But they've said that will be the death knell of Weiner if Schumer finally does say, look, he's got to go.
Well, what is Schumer waiting for?
Well, he's in treatment, Opie. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, okay.
He's in treatment for... By the way, no one knows what this treatment is. It's not like he didn't go, oh, well, I'm going for sexual addiction, or I'm going for, I'm a predator, or he's an alkie, or whatever. This guy has no clue what he's doing.
We don't know him from a hole in the wall, but just looking at all these pictures, it looks like kind of more or less a normal guy just trying to get laid.
Yeah.
But the problem is he's a congressman, has a chance of being the mayor of New York, or he used to.
Yeah.
And he's married, and his wife is pregnant. But besides all that, he looks like kind of a regular guy just trying to get some action out there.
Good news now that he checked into GMDA.
What's that?
Grab my dick anonymous.
Nice.
That's where he is.
Dick.
His dick. He loves his own dick.
But doesn't he look like a guy just trying to get some pussy, man?
Yeah. Yeah, so he shouldn't be married. He shouldn't be a congressman.
No, he probably shouldn't be married. Simple as that. He wasn't ready for that shit.
Well, you said
why did he get married? Just because it helps the...
yeah, I think you need a wife.
Helps the profile if you want to move up in politics.
Gets away from any gay rumors for politicians. Makes you look like a family man that's relatable to the constituency.
Yeah.
And, he's also... putting it out there for the dick grabbers. It's like, look, I'm with you too.
Yeah.
He should just have pictures of his, pictures that make him look handsome, and then body pictures. You don't put your face in the pictures, dummy.
No, what's he doing? He's a rookie.
He can't deny those are him.
No.
So at least the other ones you have plausible deniability if it's a backdrop that might be.
Yeah.
How fucking stupid is
But
he?
then just the face shots, he looks
At the house members' gym.
Yeah.
Oh, that's. And they were saying like it would really be bad if he was using any kind of business-related
things,
his phone.
It's called things.
And there he is in the gym.
Yeah, well. So we got that happening today. That's pretty much breaking. That's in most of the papers.
Yeah.
A few of those pictures today.
He's done.
He absolutely is
done.
Oh wait, we got the latest story though. Just insist that he won't step down. Here's all your facts on the Weiner thing.
Anthony Weiner should resign.
Opponents and...
Oh, did you hear the pro demonstration?
Yes, we love Weiner.
We love Weiner?
Yes, I get it. So does Weiner.
Anthony Weiner should resign.
Opponents and supporters of embattled New York Congressman Anthony Weiner showed up at his district office Sunday to press their views on whether he should stay or go.
I'm here because I think Weiner needs to step down. I feel he's worthy of no votes from our community.
He has made a mistake, but he has not made a mistake in his capacity as a congressman.
Here's an elected official.
Weiner's under fire for texting lewd photographs of himself to women over the internet and then lying about it initially before reversing himself and apologizing in a press conference a week ago.
I have not been honest with myself, my family, my constituents, my friends.
And the gossip website TMZ posted more sexually suggestive photos of Weiner on a weekend when more Democrats are calling on him to step down. Weiner has said that rather than resign, he has decided to seek professional treatment and ask for a leave of absence from Congress.
Look, I've made some serious mistakes here, and I have to redeem myself, and I'm going to try to get back to work, but these were personal failings, so I'm trying not to let them get in the way of my professional work.
His opponents outnumbered his supporters Sunday, but both sides were
we won't
vocal
go.
about their positions.
And this is absolutely disgusting.
When you go and send
I love that guy.
tweet photographs of yourself, naked pictures, to women across the nation that you don't know, and you're a national figure, that's just plain dumb.
It's so easy to abandon someone when they're going through a hard time. This is the time he stood by the people. When the city was going through hard times, he didn't abandon the city.
Top Democrats, including House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, have been pressing Weiner to resign, but so far he has resisted. Sunday, Congressman Steny Hoyer of Maryland, the second-ranking Democrat in the House, joined Pelosi and others calling on Weiner to quit.
I hate that guy's voice.
I know. Yeah. Wow. Well, he's
Good question coming in, by the way.
done.
Yeah. Marcos in Yonkers. Marcos?
Hey, good morning, boys. Happy birthday, Jamie.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, I wanted to ask you guys, all three of you, why do you think this guy didn't make a fake profile? I mean, an intelligent person would have created a fake profile, a fake email, send his cock pics from cockpics.com. Like, do you think he wanted to get caught, or he wanted the limelight, or sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, let me start. I think we're looking at a dummy as far as social networking goes. I really believe he thought there's no way any of this stuff would have got out.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe thinking the women he was sending it to were trusting. But I really feel like he just didn't understand what Twitter and Facebook is all about.
And he probably also thought, what are they going to do if, like, hey, man, I'm not. He probably thought like nothing could happen to him because he had deniability with the cock pictures. He just didn't see how easily it would be to connect it. He had that my Twitter was hacked planned for months. He knew he'd say that if he ever got caught. I got hacked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he must have. Sure, that was the go-to excuse.
That's a good angle.
I got hacked.
Right.
But you know what I was going to say too, guys. I'm sorry to cut you off.
That's okay.
But I think he had to use his thing in order for him to get ass, because he's an ugly dude, and he's probably a fucking nerd. He just, you understand what I'm saying? He needed that power behind him in order to get a hot chick.
To get laid.
Yeah,
grab his dick.
It seems like he really gave a shit about his political career, so this just makes this ridiculously stupid.
This is like, that's his whole life. Where's he going?
He's kicking and screaming right now.
Where's he going? You think he's going to get a consulting job somewhere?
Nah, he'll be on CNN.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I just wanted to say thank you for putting me onto Clockwork Orange. Never seen the movie before that, and I absolutely love it. So I just want to say thank you all you guys for putting me onto that.
You're welcome, man. Glad to hear it.
All right, Marcos. Yeah, I think he just was one of those older people that don't understand how all that shit works in the end.
Yeah.
Doesn't think it's traceable or... you know.
It's like so fucking traceable, especially when you're a congressman.
Of course.
Look at all these pictures. And he looks at him and goes, I remember taking that one. I remember that one.
I look good in this one.
I thought I was looking good, grabbing my dick, and now it's out there for everybody to see. That's the last thing he thought was that picture would be smeared all over the place.
You know what this picture needs? Me holding my dick.
My dick. Maybe we don't know, but look at every picture of him. He might be holding his dick. It's just like a mental thing he's got. His 5th birthday party. He's just holding his dick. Fucking party hat on.
That's when he was shaking Clinton with one hand.
Yeah,
his other hand on his dick.
So, hinting at sexual rehab. What do you think?
That's such a cop-out. It's an old hat now.
I think certainly you could go to sexual rehab, but I think in general you're right. These celebrities use it as a cop-out.
It's an excuse now. Yeah, it's a hey, it's a last-ditch effort to salvage your fucking career.
Yeah.
And good luck, because I don't think it's going to work with him.
No.
Because he's still very arrogant about the whole thing. He's like, hey, this we got to get back to getting to work and my professional career, and this is my private life. It's like, well, as far as being a congressman, your private life kind of reflects on your professional life and decisions that you make. You're making decisions for the country. And when you can't make decisions for yourself, not that I think any of them really can, but then when it comes out, you really got no excuse.
Look at the sneer.
The sneer picture is like, just brr.
That's so American Psycho-ish.
That's crazy.
And what
His
about the
fucking nose looks like the hood of my Shelby.
It really is awful.
It's just like.
What about the picture before that where he's in the middle of the gym and he's not holding his dick? Probably because there were other guys in there lifting weights. So he's like, "Fuck, I can't hold my dick in this picture."
Wow. Stupid guy, man.
Yeah.
What a stupid guy.
He's done. I don't give him. Well, I did give him till Friday this week, but he is really hanging in there. I don't know. What do you think? This week?
Oh my God! Any day.
Yeah, any day now.
Any day.
Well, will he go through this treatment first?
Who cares? Oh wait, can he be kicked out? How does that work? I really don't know.
They fine him for doing something with government property or whatever it is. Yeah,
there's a whole process. I don't think you could just walk in and go, "You're fired."
Right.
I think there's a whole process that has to be.
So if he knows he's fucked, why would he step down? Just fight it to the end until they drag you out of there.
Well, because that's just it. When you get spit out the other side, you're pretty much completely useless. You're showing that you're selfish, not for the people of the party.
I think we think there's more doozies too.
Yeah, there's got to be.
This is just a little bit of what was going on.
I want to see an Anthony Weiner gaping shot, holding his bung open.
But didn't he know these were out there? He had to.
Yeah, he had to.
He knows what's out there.
He took them. He sent them.
Yeah. Where are these pictures from?
Text messages, I guess.
Just different women, same woman?
I'm not sure. I didn't read the story. I've just been looking at these dick shots.
I know, just looking at dick pics. Why read?
Yeah, true. All right.
I bet they're from other sources.
Sent online to at least one woman.
At least
one woman.
Right.
At least one woman.
Probably sent them all in one day. Just a complete overload.
All right. The other news, I couldn't be happier. I know Ant's not a huge basketball fan.
Oh, no, but I know this is a huge story.
But the fucking Mavs beating the Heat is a huge sports story. Fucking huge sports story.
The Heat were so good on the line last night. Jesus Christ. I hate when NBA guys miss free throws. When you miss half your free throws, you deserve to win nothing. That's because half these guys concentrate on slamming the ball, and they forget these little corny fundamental things.
Forget the fundamentals.
It sounds awful to say it, but
yeah.
Did you watch the game?
I watched maybe a quarter and a half of it. I watched enough of it until the end.
I watched all the way to the end. I was so excited. Just because LeBron James comes across like a big fucking douchebag.
How many points did he have last night?
Well, he started the game with 9 points in, I think, the first 5 minutes. So people are thinking, here comes LeBron. He's going to shut everyone up. And then I think he only had another 11 for the entire game, something like that. And not many in the fourth quarter when his team needed him most. He's a head case. Now Dwayne Wade understands what a lot of other people understand, that this LeBron James is a head case.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's no fucking Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. Jordan never collapsed in the fourth quarter in a playoff game. He never collapsed in the fourth quarter, ever.
He might be the best clutch player ever.
Jordan?
Yeah.
Abso-fucking-lutely. This LeBron James looked lost on the court last night, completely lost, and had absolutely no confidence. And you could see it in Dwayne Wade's face like, what the fuck, man? This is our series to win. The Mavs are a good team, but I don't think the Heat should have lost to them. I don't see how that was possible. And then the Mavs beat them at home. The Mavs won on the road. That's almost impossible in the NBA.
They were celebrating in Cleveland.
Well, I tweeted congratulations to the city of Cleveland,
huge.
and oh yeah, the Mavs.
One guy was like, "Oh, and this is why he never had a championship here. He chokes."
Yeah, he's a head
really
case.
Bashing him.
He's a fucking head case. And then LeBron has this quote.
Oh yeah, this is
why, for the people that are confused, why I and many others hate LeBron James. It's little things like this. I got to find the quote.
Yeah, he was being asked.
It's little things like this that make you so hateable.
He was being asked, does it bother him that people were waiting for him to fail,
right,
and wanted him to fail so badly?
Right.
And his quote,
and this didn't
comes off as just really fucking oof.
And this didn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
you know, people didn't just start hating LeBron out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
They've been hating him for a good year now.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit before that in some circles. So then, you know, he has the opportunity to maybe take the high road here and stuff and help his own image, by the way. Because it's not just Cleveland. Most of the league hates LeBron James at this point. This is his quote. At the end of the day, all the people rooting for me to fail, they have to wake up tomorrow and have the same life they had before they woke up today. They have the same personal problems they had today. I'm going to continue to live the way I want to live.
And he was talking about, you know, he's got like the excellent life,
right?
The cars and the bitches and whatever the hell else.
He's basically saying a lot of people out there are losers.
Yeah.
And have loser lives, loser jobs.
And he's like, okay, during the, you know, you want to hate me during the season, you want to hate me at in the playoffs and the championship, that's fine. But now you got to wake up and go back to your shitty job, and your shitty wife. And
Yeah. People that love you have to do the same thing, stupid.
Maybe LeBron does want to be as great as Bird, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jordan, Kobe, Shaq. Maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe he just wants to kind of hang out in the league and, you know, come close to winning a championship every once in a while.
He's making the Benjamins, though, son.
Yeah, whatever. It's got to be killing him today.
Yeah.
He's got to wait a whole year to justify
to
this.
Even maybe try again, right?
Right. So, Mavs win. You want to go through a couple of these clips here?
The Mavs
Mark
win.
Cuban, who
Mavs win.
Mark Cuban, who used to do our show.
Oh, it's over.
He's sleeping with the trophy right now. He just tweeted. He goes, this might sound weird, but the trophy's right next to me here in bed. I love Twitter.
Is he grabbing his cock? He should send a pic.
I think he's rubbing the helmet of his dick
on the trophy.
Mark Cuban would do something like that.
As you see security all around the court, they're waiting for the final buzzer. There are a lot of Mavs fans here in attendance in Miami. 16.1 seconds remaining. Terry gets it. And the Heat will not foul. Sean Marion dribbles it out. And the celebration will begin. The Dallas Mavericks are NBA champions. The first title in franchise history.
Not much excitement there, huh?
No, it wasn't one of those big...
Because they hire announcers that don't really have anything to do with the teams. They're announcing.
Oh, they're just generic, so they don't really care.
I'm a big fan of bringing the local guys.
The local guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to hear some excitement. Guys that have been calling the team forever, and they finally get a championship. Right. They get these network guys. They can't get up for it. They can't give you the over-the-top call when the team wins.
They don't care.
Nah. Post-game press conference, LeBron James.
You know, sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't. And
sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. So I'm enjoying Mounds. I don't know.
You got to see his stats in the fourth quarter. Sometimes you got it.
Sometimes.
You don't got it at all, LeBron.
For that team and that kind of money, you should always have it.
Right.
Sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't. And, that was this case in this series. I was able to do things in the last 2 series to help us win ball games. Wasn't able to do that in this series. Once you get to the playoffs, every game is pressure. You want to win, you have to win. We've seen some of that in the Chicago series. We've seen some of that in the Boston series. And even though we lost Game 4, in Philly. It's pressure in that series as well. So it doesn't matter which round it is. Once you get to the postseason, every possession counts.
Yeah, he's a chump.
What the hell is he talking about?
When Michael Jordan lost championships, he left his heart on the fucking floor.
Did he ever lose a championship, Jordan? If he did, it was in the beginning, right?
Yeah, he won 6. Yeah.
But did they lose? They might have lost 1 with him.
I think they did. Oh. I forget his stats now, to be honest with you.
I bet they were good though.
Did Jordan lose a championship? I think Jimmy stumped me here. I don't know the answer to that.
I'm sure it'll pop up.
Well, Sam's Googling something that we should have an answer.
LeBron continues.
LeBron, I know this may be tough to think about, but right now, what do you feel like it's going to take for you to win a championship?
I can only prepare myself each year. In the summertime, I put a lot of hard work into my individual game. Try to bring my individual game to a team. And, I work hard every day.
Never lost, by the way.
What? Huh? He did. Okay. I did not.
That's what that person said.
I didn't know the answer to that question.
Yeah,
it's funny listening to LeBron James here because he's the reason why they lost.
Yeah, I know, right? He's the reason.
The other guys had some ups and downs, but they were playing their game more or less. LeBron James sucked so bad in the fourth quarter.
Let's see. They lost to the Orlando Magic when Jordan came back.
After his hiatus?
Yeah, but it was in the East Finals. So,
okay.
To a team, and I work hard every day as an individual to go out there and perform at a high level for my teammates and for myself. I got close, won 2 more games than I did in 07. And hopefully next time I get here, I win 2 more games than I did in 11.
He's like pumping himself up, like, "Hey, look, I won a couple of games." It's like, no, you lost the fucking, you lost.
Sports radio
championship
is going to have a field day with this today. We're just doing a few minutes on it, but this guy fucking lost the championship for the Heat.
Yeah,
simple as that. And there's going to be some cracks in that friendship now with him and Wade.
Yeah,
because you could see it in Wade's face, like, what the dude? He's basically wants to say, dude, this is what we wanted to do.
I'm trying to score here, Wade.
This is what we worked for.
Yeah.
This is why we got together. What are you doing? Wake the fuck up. He looked asleep on the court. And then finally, Mark Cuban, who's just a live wire. The NBA needs guys like this. He had this to say.
And I got to say it on SportsCenter. As much as our fans are maligned, this and that, our fans just punked the shit out of the Miami fans, you know? I mean, literally, that's the only way you can say it.
Whoops. Was that on TV?
I believe so, yes.
Yikes.
I believe it was on broadcast TV.
I like him.
Mark is great. He used to do our show, you remember, right?
Sure, yeah.
So, yeah.
You didn't watch it all that?
Nah.
Not your thing?
Nah. I was kind of just popping in a bunch of fucking Seinfelds last night.
Yeah.
Watching that. Between, basketball, I'm not a big fan. I know it's a big thing, but not a big fan. And then, I wasn't going to watch the Tonys.
Oh, hell no.
Just grab my cock and watch the Tonys. Oof.
You pointed out, too, Neil Patrick Harris.
He has gotten so much more gay.
I guess he feels comfortable to go all gay for the Tonys.
Yeah, he goes full gay.
Yeah, because in other award shows, a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, the world now knows he's gay, but
sure.
For the Tonys, he's like, you know what? I don't have to hold back here.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking like when he's acting and he's not playing a gay guy, he knows how to put it on, the hetero thing. Mm-hmm. And then when he goes to maybe other awards shows, he's backstage with people, there's a lot of hetero, whatever going on there. The Tonys, though, I think when you go backstage in the Tonys, I just picture it looking like the Halloween parade down in the village. Just flamboyant, like everybody's just very gay.
Flamboyancy everywhere.
Yeah. And he comes off, very gay. He's got the gay voice.
What are you going to do?
And I don't know.
The Book of Mormon won everything, though.
I was going to ask that, yeah.
They won just about everything.
Yeah. Swept the Tonys.
I read that in the paper today, and I heard Chris Rock was hilarious.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
He did a little stand-up, yeah.
Chris Rock was good.
If you can find Chris Rock doing a little stand-up, that's always fun to listen to.
I think Hugh Jackman should win every award possible for the X-Men. Because there's no way when you look at him on stage at the Tonys that you would ever think that's Wolverine. He comes off looking very gay. But he's married, I know that. But so are a few other people in history. But you look at him, it's like, that's not Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's some prissy Mary boy. Oh, they do a song together? There's nothing better than the flamboyant, gay Tony Award songs.
Let's listen to this from the Tonys last night.
You're saying you think you do a better job hosting than I would.
Well, can I be honest?
Please.
Okay, what I'm saying is, any show you can host, I can host better.
Oh, no.
I can host any show better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Your show is How I Met Your Mother. I'll do the show, do the other. Stick to your sitcom, stick to your situation comedy.
I'll be across the street at the Pantages.
You should know better. You are a host, or so you say.
So dramatic.
You should know better. Make them laugh, make them laugh.
How gay is this?
Someone did not make them laugh.
Any dance you can dance, I can dance better.
It's so gay.
But wait, he said he could dance better. I have to hear how this turns out.
Jimmy's all
what
fixated
happens?
and captivated. I think they stripped down the towels and grabbed their cocks. Snapped some pictures with the BlackBerry.
You can dance any dance better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Start
yes,
going
I
down
can.
on each other already. Look, now they do a dance number.
All right, we're done.
Now they're doing a dance
All right,
number.
we're done. We're done.
The Tonys are so gay.
They really are.
I mean, come on.
Well, what are they supposed to be?
I
though?
know. You're not that
They're
there's
supposed
anything
to be
wrong
so
with it.
gay.
I'm just saying.
They're supposed to be. I bet you Tracy Morgan wasn't in the audience.
No.
So where are we at with this Tracy Morgan thing, Jimmy?
Got to apologize to the homosexuals.
I was reading that Chris Rock was pro Tracy Morgan saying what he did, and now he's backtracking, which means this is a biggie.
Tracy was. I didn't hear. Is there any? I did an interview yesterday with Punchline Magazine, and he said there's no audio,
no audio,
and there's no video or anything. So the problem is it doesn't look good in print.
It's not a Michael Richards moment,
right? But it might even help because. And I said to him, the thing with Tracy is, if you know Tracy the way he talks, it does make a difference how you say something. Where, like, if you're like, hey, if my son was gay, I'd shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
It's a lot different than Tracy going, if my son was gay, I'd shoot him in the head.
I shoot him in the head?
Like, I don't know how he said it.
Yeah.
And you can't indict him when you hear it, and you can't vindicate him because there's no audio.
Right.
So he's smart to apologize, though, because there's millions of dollars at stake. And I would have done the same thing if I was him.
Oh yeah, because they were like, we don't tolerate any type of hate speech.
It's the fake apology, of course. But,
he had to.
But that's
he was going to lose that 20 Rock gig.
Unless you have a real reason, like that you said it. Like if you can come out and go, no, that was a piece of a bit I do where I'm sarcastically saying I'd shoot him in the head because I'm pointing this. If you have a reason for doing the joke and you can,
sure.
But if you're just kind of saying stuff.
It seems like it's an old joke, too. I feel like I've heard that joke before from Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
I may be wrong, but this is some dangerous stuff going on.
Of course
though,
it is.
Jimmy.
Of course it is.
You're a stand-up. You know the deal.
Because now, I mean,
now they're going to be paying attention to what you're saying in comedy clubs.
On stage.
It's the same thing as Lenny Bruce.
He didn't do this in hate.
Right.
He absolutely did not do this in hate. This was part of his act. I understand why he's doing the fake apology and all that, but he was trying to fucking make people laugh. That's all this was about. And now they're going to go after you guys in comedy clubs? That is fucking scary.
Well, they've always done that. I mean, it's like it says the same as Lenny Bruce, not the social importance, but the idea of what you say on stage can get you in trouble.
Yeah.
And it got Pryor in trouble. It got a lot of, and I'm not comparing that bit to what Lenny and Pryor did as Bitwise, but it's always been something that you were vulnerable. to, and look, he cares about the consequences. He doesn't have to apologize. Tracy could say, "Go fuck yourself."
Fuck you.
But he'd be dumb to do that.
He'd lose the gig.
Absolutely. He'd be, and it's not worth for some throwaway bit that when you look at it, you go, all right, I can see how that reads bad, and I can't justify it.
Yeah.
I can't come out and go, look, I would have done the same thing Tracy
Here's
did.
what I meant.
Yeah.
Right. It's very hard to say that.
Well,
and they told him,
Like, I used to do a joke when I first, like years and years ago. It was a dumb joke. I did my first New Year's Eve performance, 1991. I said something about gay bashing is wrong. I was like, I don't believe in gay bashing. You should never hit a gay guy. Shooting one is okay.
Okay, yeah.
I would get a laugh. But I remember the first time I did a New Year's Eve, the headliner was gay. And I said, is there anything I do that offends you? Because I felt bad about doing that joke. And he goes, no, do your act, kid. It's fine. And they tried to look at my dick in the bathroom. That's true.
True story.
Yeah. And Will Miller was the featured act at the time. He was a headliner. And I asked him, he goes, maybe you shouldn't do that one because of the headline. He was trying to help me out.
Oh.
But like that was the whole joke. Now, if I did that now and anybody grabbed it, it's hard to justify that one.
Yeah, it looks bad.
It's like you're not really saying anything.
Right.
Would I apologize? I don't know.
Right. Well, Chris Rock, he tweeted on Sunday, Tracy Morgan is a TED off. We all know that. Rock clarified on Sunday with more tweets. After reading everything Tracy said, wow, I get it. That shit wasn't called for, and I don't support it at all. Adds Wanda Sykes, an out lesbian. Tracy just yelled fire in a crowded theater. So...
I don't think comics should ever be attacking another comedian.
No. Because anything any comic says on stage can be taken at least out of context and twisted around to look hateful. Absolutely.
Although, just because he's a comic on stage, was he really trying to be funny, or was that one of those things that you go off and say sometimes that you kind of mean? That happens too.
Tracy's crazy.
Now, we know Tracy. He was just being Tracy.
Yeah.
That's how you say that. He was being Tracy.
Shit just flies out of his mouth.
Right. He likes to be a bit shocking.
Yeah.
As far as, trying to make people laugh.
Where's the quote? Do we have the quote?
This is Chris Rock's
Twitter, but do we have the quote from Tracy?
Tracy's quote. Was it his apology or his actual, what he said?
I want to see what he actually said.
What he actually said.
Yeah.
News for Tracy Morgan, anti-gay quote.
You just don't want that because GLAAD.
Oh, God.
GLAAD are very, very powerful. And if they have a legitimate reason to come after you, you're in trouble. Saying he's sorry was a smart thing.
I certainly wish there weren't all these dopey groups.
Is it in my pile here?
Hate these groups.
Yeah, they really are irritating.
It's not even the people. Like gays, fucking who cares? But it's the groups that they get to try to, under the umbrella of protection, that pretty much is just fucking everyone else over.
Okay. We have it right here.
Tracy's 42.
I want to apologize. Okay, equal opportunity jokester. This is how you know Tracy didn't write this. I'm an equal opportunity jokester, and my friends know it's in my heart, even in comedy club. This clearly went too far, was not funny in any context.
Jokester.
He said if his son was gay, he better come home and talk to him like a man and not, he mimicked the gay high-pitched voice, or he would pull out a knife and stab that little N.
At least they're not giving him shit for saying nigger. Good for them.
Yeah.
I guess they can't get him on that one.
Stab that little N to death.
That's hilarious.
Oh, the guy refused to use the word N. Oh, he wrote it like that, too. He wrote that little N.
Yeah.
He gave one word I refused to use. Yeah.
This
one
was
word
his point of view.
To use.
One word I refuse to use.
Well, Morgan, a father of three, allegedly went as far as saying that President Obama needed to man up and quit being all down with this just because he has a wife and two daughters. I don't know what that means.
Well, it's Tracy.
Yeah, sometimes Tracy says stuff, and you're like, wait, what did he just say?
You start laughing, and then you go, wait a minute, what?
It's like, I don't even know what he said.
Right. He tricks you into laughing at things sometimes.
Yeah.
And this is where they annoy you. His apology wasn't enough for GLAAD. The president said Morgan needs to assure us this won't happen again and send a clear message to Americans that anti-gay violence is no joke. This is where you lose me. Anti-gay violence is as up for making fun of as anti-woman violence, as suicide, as fucking stepping on puppies. There is no subject that is off limits with humor. None. Anti-gay violence is not such an aberration that it can't be made fun of any more than the Holocaust is, any more than 9/11 is. Because when you get into that, anybody who has ever been injured by violence can say that their violence is not funny, and therefore, as a subject in a greater context, it can't be talked about.
Right.
That's where they fucking lose me.
And if you accept a sincere apology, that should be it. That should be enough, no? Why does it have to be, we accept a sincere apology, but that's not enough?
It's not enough.
Why isn't it enough? You're saying sorry for something.
Well, here's what he said.
Just say, like, fuck you if it's not enough.
If you need more to happen, then don't accept the apology is what I'm getting at.
Well,
Go, Jimmy.
No, I'm sorry, man. He said his organization invited Morgan to meet with families and friends who have lost children to anti-gay violence.
Oh, stop
He
it.
said if Tracy is sincere, he'll accept this. It's almost like we hear your apology, and if you're sincere, you'll do this.
You'll do more.
Saying. Right.
Like, no, I'm sincere, and I don't have to do your bidding to show my sincerity. Fuck you.
Remember?
Oh, I certainly do. I had to sit there with two gay guys
That's all
as they passed us pamphlets around on.
That's all I have to say to Anthony. Remember? It was the biggest crock of shit we've ever had to do in our careers.
Early in the career,
and this
boy,
was this was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, what was our bit that we got in trouble for? I forget now.
What was that bit?
We did a gay bit.
It was a gay bit.
And a gay group up there in Boston was very, very upset. And they set up a meeting with us and Bruce Mittman. And we sat at Bruce Mittman's office. He was, of course, the GM of AAF, the radio station up there. And these two gay guys came in and started handing out pamphlets. And basically gay homework. Remember, we had to do gay homework.
We had gay homework.
I think we had to read a book.
Yeah, could you read this? And
something about kids committing suicide because they're gay because of a bit we did that wasn't that bad.
I think, because I'm starting to remember now.
What was the bit?
Their big problem with us was the fact that that people have to come out to their parents, and it's not easy. So I think it was a coming out bit.
Yeah, I know the bit.
You do?
Hi, Mom, I'm gay.
Hi, Mom, I'm gay.
Remember our Hi, Mom
yes.
series?
Hi, Mom, I'm gay.
Can't do that anymore because you can't do prank calls. Z100 found out the hard way. They had to pay $20,000 to the FCC. That's in the paper today. They finally caught him.
The more amazing thing is, that was real?
They finally caught him.
A call was real?
We've been screaming that if you hear a prank call on the radio, it's all set up. It's fake because you're not allowed to do them anymore.
Yep. Wow. Yeah. Hi, Mom, I'm gay. I'm a rope smoker, Mom.
Mom,
I'm gay. I always knew it ever since I was a kid. That guy.
So we play this bit. It really was harmless.
Totally harmless.
It really was harmless. And
there were guys that were like completely not gay,
right?
Calling up their moms and telling them that they were gay.
Did he say I'm a pickle smuggler?
Yeah. I'm a pickle smuggler,
with
Mom.
that horrendous Boston accent.
I'm a rope swallower.
You want to play it? I don't know if it holds up.
I don't either, but might as well.
What do you mean you got to find it? All right. So
E-Rock's got to find it.
He's got to go find
Poor
it.
E-Rock, he just is sitting there and like you're like, how come he doesn't have a bit that's 18 years old at his fingertips?
No, why? Because E-Rock is that damn good at that shit. So we fucking have raised the bar as far as E-Rock goes.
Yeah.
It amazes me what he finds, to be honest with you.
Everything but his feet.
We'll beat him up later, but I'm amazed by the shit he finds.
I have 3 other Hi Moms, but not the gay one, so I gotta go find it.
Sam might have found it online there.
There's
doing pretty well online.
There's a little tit for tat.
You want to play it from here? Is the audio good?
1989.
Yeah, it's all right.
19 what?
That's just a screen name.
Okay. Hit it.
Bob, are you ready to play Hi Mom, I'm Gay?
Absolutely.
Now, I hear you're 35 years old.
Yeah.
Never been married.
Never.
Are you gay?
No rope swallowing.
All right. We might as well turn this into beating the shit out of us today.
I know.
Why is that funny? Why are we so happy to be there?
You're just eager boys.
It had you know why? Because it always had to sound like a party was going on. No real, like, you couldn't just sit and be like, yeah, it sucked.
And know why? We knew we could do a talk show at that point.
Yeah.
But these assholes up there forced us to play music. So we had to sit for 20 minutes as the same rock songs that we've played a million times are playing.
Yeah.
So then finally our mics are on and we're just like so ready to go.
Oh, we were so like, it's
time for us.
We got to talk for fucking 8 minutes.
8?
Or 5, maybe.
5?
3.
Maybe 3.
That was, what the fuck
Maybe
was that
3
about?
minutes. I think the longest we ever talked up there was maybe 5 minutes.
And Brucey came in, doing a talk show now, boys?
Yeah, he would open up the door, Jimmy, go, are we doing a talk show now, boys? Yeah, well,
yeah.
We're showing you what we could do for you,
Kinda
idiot.
wanna.
That's what we do for a living now, so I guess we knew a little more than you. You have a dumb little consulting company. You put a video on YouTube, and you got 20 views. Who is right and who is wrong, Bruce?
Mitco Enterprises.
Midcom.
Midcom.
Doesn't that sound like some kind of RoboCop thing?
Yes. We got to stop Midcom. Midcom has become aware. Midcom.
So, yeah, I guess we are doing a talk show, Bruce.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing 15 years later?
We were so happy, though, the second those mics went on.
But I think
Everything
that's
was a
why,
joke.
because we had to wait and wait. So when those mics went on, it was go time.
Yep.
Not to make excuses still, Jimmy. Beat the shit out of us here.
No.
We deserve it, I know.
So far, you're just laughing. It's understandable.
No rope swallowing.
All right, Bob, let's give it a shot.
All right.
You got to try to convince her, man.
All right, I'll do my best.
Let's give your mom a call, man.
Hello?
Mom, can you hear me, darling?
Yeah.
It's Bobby.
Over the
Bobby?
bed?
Yeah,
Where are you?
I'm at work.
Yeah, well, you sound awful funny.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Hey, Mom, you sitting down?
Why?
I got to tell you something.
What?
Don't get nervous. Something I've been meaning to tell you. I was going to tell you when you called earlier today.
Yeah?
I'm gay.
Oh, you're full of
I'm a Twinkie. I swear it.
Bobby, will you stop it? You know, I have enough aggravation.
What? How come you never believe me?
Because I don't believe you.
Why?
Well, you just had a child, Bobby. Yeah.
That was to throw you off.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I wanted to tell you that. I was hoping you wouldn't take it lightly, but...
Bobby,
What?
are you trying to be funny?
I'm not. I had to tell you, I just don't feel right. I've known it ever since I was a kid.
Bobby, are you with Donna?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. All right,
With
okay. You can tell your father that. I'm not even going to bring it up.
All right.
You're the one that's always said some terrible things about those people. So what's what's all of a sudden?
Well, it was to throw everyone off,
Bobby, I don't believe it. However,
You still love me?
I've had enough heartache. I think, good
You still
God,
love me?
Of course I love you.
You just won't kiss me on the lips anymore, huh?
Bobby, what the hell are you doing? Drinking?
No.
Yeah, all right. Okay, I'm working. Your father's out to lunch. Have you told Gene this?
No, I was going to spring it on him tonight.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, you do that. Stand a long distance away, will you?
I will, out of reach.
Bobby, don't give me that baloney, please. You break my heart when you do things like this.
I'll talk to you later when I can sit down with you.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right.
All right.
I love you.
See you later. I love you, too.
Okay.
The guy was classic.
You could just tell that whole family's like, fags,
Right.
they're just running around, just
What was the line?
anti-gay slurs.
You've said some horrible
things about those people. Those people.
Those people.
And his brother's going to punch him in the face if he says it. You better stand a far distance away.
He's a rope swallower. I never heard that.
Rope swallower.
Right, or a swallower.
Don't get nervous.
But
Bobby, you're breaking my hat.
But he said all the things like,
Yeah.
I knew it ever since I was a kid.
I knew it ever since I was a kid. No, I'm with Lenny.
Besides our setup, that's a fucking funny
That
bit,
is
man.
funny, man.
That's still funny.
I like that one.
So we play that, Jimmy, up there in Boston, and this gay group comes out of you know where, and calls up Brucey Mittman. And Brucey, he was... I mean, we beat the shit out of him, but he was all in as far as me and Ant go.
He'd field the calls.
But he had to put on his GM hat and make believe that this was a big concern.
A big issue, because the gays were very upset that we were making light of coming out, that many gay people have a problem coming out to their parents, and we were making jest of that. Ooh.
Well, that's what you do if you try and do comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
We were trying to do comedy. I mean, it's up to the listeners to decide if it's comedy or not, but that's what we were trying to do.
That call's funny.
That's a funny fucking phone call.
Straight, gay, whatever.
Whenever they say that can't be made fun of, that's where. If you could say like, "Hey man, that was kind of brutal what you said," fine,
sure.
Yeah. But that's anti-gay violence. You know what? Racial humor. You know what? Domestic violence. You know what? Child molesting.
Oh, God.
How long are we going to do this for?
There's nothing left.
There's nothing left. I dropped a ball and it bounced a few times. That's fine. Make fun of that. That's hilarious. What happened to the bouncing ball? It hit the cat and killed him. No, don't say that.
Peter.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck everybody.
Yeah.
Isn't it unbelievable? So we sat down in Bruce's office, and they gave us a speech, like they were teaching class. And then that wasn't good enough. All of a sudden, they actually started handing out ditto. Wasn't it?
Yeah,
was it
like,
actual books, or I forget now?
There was a couple of books and then some pamphlets and shit like that. And it was like, it was about guys coming out.
Right, and then I think
to
Bruce,
their parents.
And then I think Bruce finally woke up and said, "Okay, I think they learned their lesson." Because these guys and we want you to read these books and then get back to us. Maybe we can meet again. And then that's when Bruce is like, "Okay, enough. Look, I think they understand, and thank you for stopping by, but beat it."
And then we just did the bit again anyway.
And then I'm sure Bruce said something like, "You did very well with the Fabulous."
The Fabulous boys. Yes. Thank God the Schwoogies weren't angry, but the Fabulous were angry.
Didn't he call them Fabulous
Yeah,
once?
he called them Fabulous.
I think he did.
Brucey was old school.
But he would put on different hats. I don't know. I don't know who the real Brucey was.
Nope. It's Bruce fucking Mitcom. That's
that phone call's funny, man. No?
Yeah, I like that one.
That guy played it perfectly.
I knew ever since I was a kid.
I knew it.
Not the Money Matters weekend with Brucey. I can't take that again.
No.
Wow.
All right, well, good start to the show. Lots going on. We got the Weiner thing. More photos have been released.
Yeah.
The Mavs, in my opinion, did the impossible. They just should not have won that series.
He's farting.
It's an egg fart.
Oh, God.
Tracy Morgan's in deep trouble.
I think he'll be fine, though.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
He said he's sorry, and he has enough gay friends that will. All right, look, he apologized. Like, the people he knows that are gay, and there's a lot of performers that are, since he's come out and said he was sorry, and he didn't kick and scream. He's all right, I'm sorry. I think they'll protect him now. If it gets to, they'll be like, look, he said he was sorry. He's not.
There's got to be a copy of it out there. These comedy clubs are taping all the time now, aren't they?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it was a theater or a club or not. If it was a theater, they wouldn't tape it unless he asked.
You may not like what Tracy said, but, man, he has every right to say what he wants at a comedy club. What's wrong with you people? I know he wasn't doing a Michael Richards. I am positive. We have known Tracy for many years. He was absolutely not doing a Michael Richards. He was doing his act. That was his act.
Yeah, because if you said I would stab the little nigger to death, that's Tracy. That is something Tracy would say.
Yeah, that's a Tracy Morgan line, definitely. But like we were saying,
it's
half
gonna be
the stuff
tough to
he
defend
says,
this shit.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Right.
Yeah, half the times he just says things you're not sure.
Yeah,
what did he say when I went into the cellar one night and I saw him outside? I saw him. I was walking in and I said hello to him on the way in to do a spot. This is about a year ago. I'm like, hey, Tracy. And he goes, get that lunchbox, go to work. What do you mean? I know we're working, but
that's Tracy.
Tracy is hard.
Crazy.
He says things that are very hard. Everything Tracy says is something that the crazy neighbor should say before he slams the door.
Yeah.
It's very hard to respond to things that Tracy says sometimes.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't know what to say to get that lunchbox, go to work.
You're like, yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Every time you respond to Tracy, you sound like a lame white guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I'm going.
Oh, yeah. Work it is.
Busy fucking weekend, huh? I want to know about paintball when we get back.
That was great.
Fantastic.
I saw all the tweets and the videos. Looks like you guys had a blast.
It was great.
It was fun.
And I did something very different than you guys. I want to tell everyone why the pool was closed for an hour and a half over the weekend.
Oh, the pool.
The pool. The main pool.
All right, I can only guess.
At Sesame Place.
Oh, God.
I did my first kid thing.
Oh, no.
I did my first kid thing over the weekend.
Oh, and you must have
the
had
over-the-top, let's do something for the kid thing.
You went to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I was down in Philly, yeah.
Oh, I got to hear about this.
But the pool was closed for an hour and a half or so.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. It seemed like forever. It had to be well over an hour and a half, I'm thinking.
Was it somebody that couldn't swim?
Oh, I'll tell you next, if you want to stick around for that.
I certainly do.
Ring ding. Ring ding. Ring ding. Pick up the phone, cunt. Hello. Pick up the phone, cunt. The phone, cunt. The phone. Pick up the phone, cunt. Hello. Ring ding. Ring ding. Ring ding. Pick up the phone, cunt. Hello. Pick up the phone, cunt. Pick up the phone, cunt. Hello.
Gregorio! Antonio!
Amy.